Brian again from Lake Hickory Scuba. Got another scuba tip of the week for you. It's very common nowadays that most people are going to be in weight integrated BCDs, or let's say they're diving a backplate and wing system. They're probably going to be in a steel tank. And not saying that weights are going by the wayside by no means, but the old-fashioned weight belts, just a webbing belt with a quick release, they are starting to kind of get faded out in recreational scuba outside of a student scenario if you're already a certified diver. Not saying that they don't ever get used. I still use it as an instructor a lot. But we're just not seeing a lot because, one, like I said, there's more weight integrated BCDs out there nowadays. And another thing, it's the hassle of threading the weights on and everything else and getting them just right. And do I use a 1 pound, a 2 pound, a 3 pound, a 4 pound, a 5 pound, whatever it may be. And if you're anything like me, I kind of like to set it and forget it type thing. I want to get everything set up to where the only thing I got to do is put it on, jump in, and go. I don't want to have to rethread my weights on each time. I don't want to have to adjust them around my waist to get trimmed out perfectly. I want all that taken care of before I ever go diving. So one thing that a lot of divers will do is they'll take their weights, they'll put it on their belt, they'll go to get it set up, and then the weights will slide up and down their belt. And there's a couple of reasons that it does that. First of all, if you notice on this particular weight here, it's got a very wide slot for the belt, but the belt has a lot of room to play there, okay? Even once I thread it through the other side, there's still a lot of room for that weight to slide back and forth on. Now, as this belt gets wet and it stretches, it's going to even slide a lot more than what it is now. And that causes a problem. When you go to put your weights on, you want them pre-adjusted. You don't want to have to sit there and adjust them out each time. So what is something that we can do? Well, there's two things. First and foremost, all you got to do is simply thread your belt up through it. Instead of threading it back through, give it a simple twist before you thread it through, and then pull it down. That's actually going to lock that weight in. Now, no matter how hard I pull, either way, that weight is not coming out. Now, it's usually best if you get your belt wet before you do that. And of course, you would want to put it on and adjust it, the weights where you need it, possibly mark it with a marker or something, then put your weight on and adjust it around. That's going to work. It's going to cinch it down. A lot of times you'll see people on boats do this. If it's a rental weight belt or something, they'll put the weights on, twist the belt, slide it through, and it's locked into place. And that way, you don't have to readjust it each time. Now, I'm going to show you another simple trick that you can do that a lot of people is not aware of. All you simply need is a little metal or plastic retaining clip. Okay? You can get one of these guys, and all you got to do is simply thread the weight onto the belt, thread your retaining clip on, then pull the weight belt back through the retaining clip, and then back through the weight. So it's going to kind of look like something like that. And then you want to position the retaining clip to the location where you would actually want the weight. And then once you cinch it down, now it's locked into place. It's not going to slide left or right, and it's going to be there. I can hold this guy, even though you can see there's plenty of room between the belt and the edge of the weight slot, and I can shake it, I can pull on it, and it's not going to move the weight off that belt. So that's just a neat little trick. You can either do the twist method or get your retaining clip. So guys, that's this week's scuba tip. As always, check back each week for a new one. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and just simply hit the subscribe button down below here on YouTube. As always, guys, we appreciate your business.